Hi, and welcome to Comm 181, Basic Public Speaking Online. My name is Amanda Simmons, and I will be your instructor for this course. It's a little unusual to take a public speaking course online, so there's a lot of questions out there and a lot of anxiety, and I understand, because when I first developed this course and taught it, there was a lot of anxiety and questions on my end as well. So I'm hoping that throughout this summer course that together we can work to create a meaningful experience for you so that you can learn how to speak publicly in front of other people and be able to be familiar with technology. One thing that I really love about teaching this course online is the fact that we have to get to know technology better. That is something that our world is coming to. So many times now we have interviews that involve Skype. So we Skype people. We have interviews that we have to telephone. Now with TED Talks and iTunes University, there's so many times that people will give public addresses and they're simply to be viewed on the internet. So it's also a very important skill that we learn together on how to use technology the appropriate way and how to speak publicly in front of people. So this course is designed a little bit different than it would be on if we did it in person in class, which I also do teach. So what I've done is I've taken my class that I've teach in person and melted it down to a class that is online. Because it is a summer course, it is a faster speed. So our speeches will be back to back to back. It will seem that way. So just try to stay on top of the syllabus. And in the syllabus tab on the left side of your blackboard, it has all these different content areas. One says syllabus. If you hit that, it says important dates. And that gives you the dates of the speeches. It doesn't give you the date of the written assignments or the discussion boards, but I always post those so you'll always know. And just like in the syllabus says, typically I try to give you a week for each assignment. Now the first couple of assignments that we do, which is writing the intro, the body, and the conclusion of a speech, I give you about 3 to 4 days because we're taking a speech and we're chunking it down. So the quicker we can get that done, the better. One of your very first assignments is a discussion board, and I do believe that's a shorter amount of time as well, so just check on that due date. I need for you to check that and post within like 2 to 3 days so that I know that you are attending class. Just like if we were in a face-to-face class, I have to report no-shows. And this way I know that you have started to come to class. That's a little bit of the housekeeping. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I received my master's from Morehead State University in communications. I love public speaking. I love teaching it. I love teaching it online because it is a challenge and it's something different that we had overcome some obstacles. And I am available to you through Skype and through email. Of course, with Skype, you will have to set up an appointment that fits both of our needs. So whenever you're available and I'm available, if you have any questions, and of course, I'm always available through email. Please don't hesitate to email me. With an online class, we're working with technology, and sometimes technology can be a little hard and a little stressful. So I want you to be patient. I want you to upload your speeches and give yourself plenty of time, and don't wait. If I could give you one word of wisdom for this course, that would be don't procrastinate. Make sure that you stay on task and that you stay ahead of the speeches. With that also, 1 week we have our informative and our persuasion are the 2 big speeches that you give in this course. They're both 6 to 8 minutes in length and they require you have an audience of at least 6 people. 1 being your cameraman. So you'll speak in front of 5 people and then your cameraman will be the 6th person. And so you can find these people can be your friends, they can be classmates in other classes, they could be co-workers. I've had all sorts of stuff, variety of audiences. So feel free, and if you need help, let me know and I can brainstorm with you. Some people have gone their church members and done it. Just remember that you'll have to have them twice. Don't film your informative speech and then your persuasion speech back to back, because then you're not getting the feedback from me to help you develop. And I want you to develop and I want you to grow stronger with that. Now, if you're like, oh no, informative persuasion, what? Check the syllabus. I'm assuming that at this point that you've probably already looked at the syllabus and that you know what's going on. So if you're viewing this before the syllabus, don't stress. Read the syllabus, read the important dates, and then you'll be caught up. A couple of things that are really nice about this course is one, that it's on Blackboard, so everything is already printed off. There will be some assignments that I add throughout the course, and I will always put an announcement up. Some assignments I already have in, but they're not available to you yet. They will be, so if they're not available like when it says they're supposed to be, just shoot me an email and let me know. Sometimes Blackboard can be wonky. But if you look on the left column in the blue, it tells you section by section. So there's a syllabus tab, there's an announcements tab, there's a lecture notes, and in that lecture notes section, I just put basic information like the intro, the body, and the conclusion of the speech are in there. Your guidelines to your introductory speech is in there. Your evaluation forms, how I evaluate you, will be right in there. So if you have any questions, check that area. In the syllabus tab, it of course has the syllabus, and then it also has, important dates for you to remember. We have written assignments, and in that written assignments is that where you'll upload your outline for each of your speeches will be in that area, and I'll have it all set up, so all you have to do is drop it in. And then you have your informative speaking, persuasion speaking, and current event speaking. And I'm looking at the tabs on my computer on this side. And those three are our three different kinds of speeches. So any information about those speeches, articles, anything of that nature, videos that I want you to watch will be in that area. So make sure that you check that. And I will tell you, I'll say look in lecture notes or look in persuasion or look at informative to kind of help guide you up and to break that up for you. So I hope that helps. This is a great course and it's a lot of work. So I don't want you to get frustrated with it. Nobody comes in as a public speaker and thinks that they're comes in great. Everyone has something to work on. I even have something to work on, and I've taught this for 10 plus years. So we all have something that we need to improve and to work towards. So I don't want you to get worried or scared about this course. It is so helpful, and I believe that everyone should take this course at least once. Sometimes there's other more advanced public speaking courses, so if you feel that, do it again. It helps with interviews. It helps with speaking just one-on-one with people, getting to know someone in a crowd. Because you have that skill and that confidence, you're going to be able to do that. I'm going to post videos up just about every week, maybe twice a week, and I'll let you know when I do. If you don't find them or they don't come up on Blackboard, I have my own channel on YouTube. So you can go there, look up Comm 181 introductory video or, informative video. And on these videos, I try to keep them short. This one will be long just because there's a little bit more to cover. I try to keep them short so that you can see me. You're kind of getting that face-to-face interaction and you're learning a little bit more about the content that we're studying. Sometimes your discussion board question will come from one of these videos. Sometimes your written assignment question will come from one of these videos. Another assignment that we're working towards is by the end that you and I are going to have a Skype conversation. These take about 5 minutes, so they are scheduled with both of our times and when we're available. So you'll have to set up a Skype account, which is free. You find me, which my address is on the syllabus. You find me and you add me. And then you and I, and probably next week, I'll have a schedule set up for you. You email me your top 3 times. I email a master schedule out at the end of that tells you when your Skype interview is. You call me, we set up this interview, and it's basically a check-in point. How are you doing? What kind of areas do you need help in? What's confusing? That way we can get that face-to-face kind of time that you need and that you don't get on an online course. A couple of things about filming. One, you should film in a very neutral place. Somewhere like a boardroom, a classroom, maybe a workroom, where there's not going to be a lot of distractions. Unfortunately, sometimes when I film myself and these videos for you, I'm at my house and I have cats. And so sometimes they'll jump on top of me and do all sorts of crazy things. But I ask that for your purposes that you don't do it at your house where there's going to be a lot of distraction. You want to be away from that. You want that 10 minutes of time that you are just giving your speech. You can film yourself using your iPhone, your iPad, your computer, or a camera, and you can go to the library and check a camera out. And sometimes you can go to the library and check with the librarians and say, hey, I need a camera, and can you help me round up 6 people for this? And they'll be happy to do so. So that's where you can get your cameras. I've seen all sorts of stuff. And then you look in the syllabus, it talks about the camera angles. So for your introductory speech, which is introduction, just like I think it's like 3 to 5 or 2 to 4 minute speech. It's listed in your syllabus or on your lecture notes, written assignments. And then your current event, you have 2 current events, which are 3 to 5 minutes. Don't quote me. It's on your syllabus. But it's just the waist up. So all I want to see is the top part of your body. The camera angle that I have now would be okay, except that you're standing and not sitting. So you would have to find someone to film that for you so that you have that connection going on. And again, if you run into problems, email me. I'm happy to problem solve with you. You want to make sure that the sound is okay and the sound can be heard. That's why I say go to someplace neutral. Make sure the TV's turned off. Make sure that your kids aren't running in and out and making a lot of noise, because that distracts from us being able to hear you. And it also is distracting to you as well. For instance, right now one of my cats is outside and is clanging on the door wanting to get in. I mean, I'm not getting up to let her in, but that's a distraction because I'm like, oh, the stupid cat. So make sure that you're away from distractions. Make sure that we can see you, so that I have an overhead light now, which maybe kind of causes a glare around my head. That's okay, because you can still see me. So make sure that you're in a fully lit area. And make sure that you dress professionally. You don't have to wear a suit, gentlemen and ladies, but wear something that you would wear to church. Something that you look nice in. Something that you feel comfortable wearing. So no pajamas, all of that kind of stuff. Well, we're at about a little over 10 minutes, and I try to keep these about 5 to 6 minutes so that you're not watching something forever. So I'm signing off for now, but I'll be back again, and we can chat some more about what's happening. So this is your first video, and this is just an introductory to the course and to me. And I look forward to meeting all of you and getting to know you and helping you to develop a better public speaker. Thanks, and see you soon.